the German giant Immanuel Kant, who lived between 1724 and 1804. To solve the problem between the rationalists and the empiricists, Kant devised a new theory that divided the world into two, phenomena and noumena. Phenomena is the world of experiences, how we understand the world through our bodily senses. Things we see, hear, touch and smell and observe and study. Noumena, on the other hand, is a world in itself, which we can never truly know. For example, we can touch and study a rock, but we cannot truly understand what it feels to be a rock. As a result, our knowledge of the rock is not complete, it's limited and partial. Kant argued that when we are receiving information through experience, however, we are not passive receivers. Instead, we humans also impose our own structures to the world. We categorize things into rocks, trees, animals, and whatnot. The world we see is a reflection of a mental structure we put out to the world. Rocks and trees may not have any notion of being such, but humans have imposed such categories onto them. In other words, we are not passive knowledge receivers, but actively imposing our own structure on things. Now, Kant brings the rationalists and empiricists together. Rationalists argue everything is inside us, while empiricists say everything is outside us. And Kant says we are sort of on the threshold of outside and inside, like a kind of window glass in the middle of inside and outside. Our inner mental structure shapes how we experience the world. For example, a good analogy would be fishing. To catch a fish, a fisherman throws a net. If the holes in the net are too large, the fish escape. And if the net has no hole, it catches more water than fish. So the fish is the outside world, while the net we throw is our mental structure we put out to capture the experience as knowledge. We humans probe the world through our innate mental structure, which catches the outside experience-based knowledge. So for Kant, reason and experience go hand in hand in understanding the world. Without the net, you cannot catch. You need both reason and experience to understand the world. This he called his Copernican revolution. Why? Because in the Middle Ages, people believed the sun was orbiting the earth, and Copernicus said the earth is orbiting the sun. Kant did the same. Empiricists say knowledge comes from outside, and Kant says yes, but not only we actively seek the outside knowledge, but it also goes through us, so our mental structure determines reality on the outside. In other words, our human method puts a structure to the world that would not exist without humans. And this structure makes it easy for us to understand and manipulate the world. Imagine we're not human, we might have a very different understanding of the world. So to sum up, the rationalists think reason is more important than experience in our pursuit of knowledge. Our reason is like a torch that allows us to see things. The empiricists, however, counter-argue that experience is primary and reason is secondary. Our senses act like a window that lets light in so we understand things. Kant says we humans are both a torch and a window because our mental structure allows us to experience and understand the world better, faster, and more effectively. Without a good method or an effective tool and structure, our experiences are all over the place.